Welcome to the Bleed Maize and Blue podcast with your hosts Brian and the U, covering all Michigan athletics from a fan's perspective. Episode 1. How's it going, Matt? You?
Brian, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Alright, so we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, definitely. So basketball season just ended. Then we got the spring game coming up too, and I think
Exactly.
it's early April. Is that right?
It is April 4th, I believe, is the date. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Hopefully the weather will be nice on that Saturday.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about basketball first because that just ended recently. So Michigan lost to Wisconsin in the Big Ten tournament,
Yep.
and then had a 500 record and did not make the NIT. But
Nope.
even though they didn't make the tournament, they didn't make the NIT, but I still think there are a lot of positives from the season. I don't know about you.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, looking forward, we have so much young talent, and it was actually said that this is what John Beeline actually wanted when he first came here was a team that he can build, not a NBA factory, which it has been. So maybe this is something that we can take as a positive.
Yeah, oh yeah, and we got to think about all the stuff like, they lost like guys to the draft. They lost Stauskas, lost Glenn Robinson,
Oh yeah,
and then even after that, they lost not only Levert but Walton. So you're talking about your two best players they lost during the season.
yeah,
And to still have a pretty respectable record in the Big Ten is really impressive.
exactly. I mean,
And they had, yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, they just held their own. It was pretty impressive to lose two of your best players, especially in Karis LeVert. To lose him, a potential NBA prospect right now. I mean, we're still gonna figure out what happens with him. We're waiting on that decision, but to lose him
Yeah, that's right.
and Walden and just throw players out there for example, Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman. Throw him out there, someone who you're expecting to play for what, like maybe 5 minutes a game, not even at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You have like Walton and
Yeah.
Spike, and then Dawkins too. But for them to come in the games and play the way they did, it's just positive to look forward to, and they got a lot of minutes. So that's gonna help them down the road.
Yeah, definitely. And even during the season, they had a bunch of games where they took to overtime and they just couldn't quite finish it.
Yep,
Like
yep,
at at Breslin against MSU was overtime.
yep.
They took Wisconsin overtime at
Mhm.
home. I think Walton hit that big shot, and then
Yeah, that was awesome.
um, yeah, and then I think Illinois at Illinois too, right? That was overtime.
At Illinois, which we gave that game away, in my opinion.
Yeah,
We were up like 7 points with 2 minutes if I am recalling it right. What else?
yeah.
Indiana, we lost by 3 points.
Oh yeah, just that missed shot. Oh, and Northwestern just a few weeks ago.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah.
unbelievable. So that
So a
that's
lot
just
of
a
really
game.
close games.
Exactly. That's a game that you don't normally lose in that way. So, and it's funny.
Yeah, that.
If you look back at the season from the start, if you look back at like Villanova that game, what if you
Yeah,
what if you hit those free throws there? You get that win. You beat Syracuse. You beat Oregon, which Oregon is in the tournament now.
yeah, that's right.
You win a few of those overtime games. One at Michigan State. You get that Wisconsin game at home. We got the nice Ohio State win, and you're
Yeah,
looking you're looking at a whole different thing here. I think you're looking at a team that could possibly make the tournament. So you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think like two of the teams they played this year were, I think they're number one seeds. Like Villanova's the one seed, right? And isn't Wisconsin also one seed?
Yes,
And they
Villanova's
they
one.
played them.
Yep.
they played him right down the wire. So
Yeah, both of them.
yeah.
Both of
So
them.
so yeah, you mentioned Abdurrahman. I'm saying about him.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about Aubrey Dawkins. He's gonna be really good.
he's going to be very good. And you know who
He's
else
he's got it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go
No,
ahead.
it's just because he's just like a he's super athletic and he's got a really great shot. I'm really excited about him.
Yep. Didn't he shoot? I believe he shot 50% from threes this year at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
I don't have the numbers, but I would believe that
Yeah.
he was amazing.
Yeah, I think he did.
And then yeah, and I think him. I'm really excited about Ricky Doyle
Mm-hmm.
because he's only a freshman, but he showed like actual post moves.
Yeah.
Like there were times during the Wisconsin game where he got the ball in the block and he just like made moves and got past Kaminsky even, and that was really impressive.
It
And he's only a
was.
freshman.
I think he scored 12 points in the game against Wisconsin. So I mean, and another thing to look forward to with him is that training program with I can't think of his name. Is it? It starts with an S. Like Samson's training.
Oh yeah, Sanderson, I think.
Sanderson, yeah, the Sanderson camp. So he's gonna
Yeah.
stay in the off season, and I'm sure he needs if once he gets some size, you know.
Yeah, just being that big guy could finish at the rim. Like remember, like with Jordan Morgan, like he wasn't amazing he wasn't an amazing offensive player, but they just ran that pick and roll and he could finish at the rim really well. And
Yeah,
seems like even more offensive talent. I think he's gonna be really good too under Beeline's offense.
yeah, I agree, I agree. And he has, like we mentioned before, all these players have so much time to grow under Beeline.
Yeah,
So
and we're not even yeah, we got all those guys. We're not even talking about like Albrecht. He'll be back.
I know, seriously.
And Walton should hopefully he'll be healthy or should
Yep,
be healthy. So he'll be and he was a starter this year. So him and Albrecht at point guard. It's pretty good.
exactly. So with that
And then
said, I gotta ask you for next year, kind of just like position wise, like how we're looking at each position and players like Irvin, Chapman, all those guys coming back. What are your like expectations? Kind of like what do you see in these guys? Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I think look around the Big Ten. Like Wisconsin, they're gonna lose a couple players. I think they'll lose Kaminsky. Um, and then a couple of the other top teams like Maryland and Michigan State, they'll still be okay. But I think Michigan will be right up there in the Big Ten.
I think so too.
Yeah, because they basically bring everyone back. We'll see on a couple of players still like Levert.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think they're gonna be really good. I think they're definitely will be competing for a Big Ten title again.
I think so too. And what I'm excited for, you have Walton coming back. With another
Yeah,
offseason from Beeline. You have Chapman, who I have to believe that he's going to make a significant jump. You know, if I as highly recruited as he was, you know, I think his uh, woes during the season were due to him just maybe some confidence issues. I don't know, maybe some size.
yeah, yeah. Like I think just freshman sometimes it just takes a while. But yeah,
Yeah,
you could tell there's flashes where you can tell he could be pretty good.
exactly. And then you have Dawkins coming back. Who knows how good he's going to be? You know, you looked at Stauskas' second year. Um, Beeline has a
And that,
knack. He has a knack in developing players in their second year. So and Irvin, I'm excited about too. He
yeah,
finally
it was cool to watch Irvin.
yes, and don't you think he came around at the end of the season? He kind of started um, bad. He started off, and then as the season progressed, especially here at the end, he just turned in my opinion, he turned into a whole different player.
Oh yeah. He really his offensive game expanded by a lot more than last year. Like last
Yep.
year, you remember he was just bombing from threes. he's basically, but he didn't do much else.
Yep.
But
Yep.
this year, his whole offensive game looks really good.
Definitely.
Like he could finish at the basket. He had those little like 17-foot jumpers in the
Yep.
lane
Yep.
coming off the pick. So, and he's only gonna get better. So I'm really excited about him too.
Exactly. And I think a lot of fans, including myself, had such high expectations on him for shooting the three ball after last season. You know, he was a six man off the bench and everything. It makes it a little bit easier when you have players around you like, you know, Stauskas and Glenn when you can shoot the three. But you know, he's emerged into a leader now. He has to be a leader. So you know, we kind of had high expectations for him, but I think after what we saw him do at the end of this season, it's something to really look forward to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think as the team gets better, he'll get better looks from threes or
Yeah,
for 3-point shots.
exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm excited about him.
Also, one more thing covering basketball. Recruiting right now. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the recruiting at all, but we have Wagner from. He's actually
Oh yeah,
from
the
Germany,
German
right?
guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he visited over the last weekend, I believe. So that would be big.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So he's looking good. He's big and I think he's a 7 footer if I'm not mistaken. So that would be awesome. Um,
Oh yeah.
Also, what's his name? Jalen Brown, I think his name is the number 2 recruit in the country.
Oh, that's right.
Yep,
Yeah.
he visited. He is visiting this weekend. He only has 5 other schools. He's got us in his radar right now with like Kentucky, Kansas. You know it's going to be hard to compete with them, Duke, but
Yeah.
to have him actually come is pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and even if they can't land these guys, they're still super young, so they'll still have a good team for the next few years.
absolutely. Oh, one more
But
thing,
yeah, definitely.
Duncan Robinson too. We forgot about him.
Oh yeah,
He's
sounds
gonna,
like it's a pure shooter.
yeah. So that should help too.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna be really deep next year.
All right, it's a lot to look forward to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the next topic here, the spring game is coming up pretty soon.
Yes, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm very excited, and
Yeah. Yeah, even though we were talking about basketball, that we're mainly going to talk about football.
yeah, yeah, especially with football coming up right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh, in the off season we got, in my opinion, the top 5 coaches in the country. Jim
Oh yeah,
Harbaugh who
absolutely.
went to a Super Bowl, turned Stanford, a program that was 1-11, and brought him to an elite status. So I mean, we have Jim Harbaugh here, and that was an amazing hire, and we just have so much to look forward to in the years to come.
Yeah, and just as a side, what are the 49ers doing?
Oh
I mean, they got rid of him, and it didn't seem like they seems like those guys don't have a clue.
yeah,
Like they didn't seem to have much of a backup plan or anything.
no, it's bad.
So I think uh, Michigan's gain is 49ers loss because boy, I can't
Absolutely.
believe they let him go. I can't believe they let him go.
Yeah, I can't either. That guy. I mean, you go past your problems there, and you have a great coach. But hey, I'll take it.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
I think they definitely lost this one.
Yeah, but like you said, brought that Stanford program like literally what you said 111 till now till and he brought him to like winning Orange Bowls, going to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Yep.
So and yeah, Harbaugh overall just amazing coach at all levels at Stanford, NFL. Really, what like one or two plays away from winning the Super Bowl in
Yeah.
that Ravens
Oh
49ers
yeah.
game.
Yeah. One play away. with Michael
Yeah,
Crabtree. I remember that one.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
So,
mean,
so needless to say, we're very excited.
oh yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of it's unreal that they made this hire, and I just can't wait to see what he brings. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So with
Yes.
that with
Yeah. They
that
got the.
I was gonna say with that said, he comes to a team here that seems to have a lot of talent. His cabinets are not empty.
No, they're not. Like, Hoke had some issues, but he definitely recruited pretty well. They got a bunch of good players on the team, I think.
Yep, yep. So there's a lot to look forward to here. Um, I think at pretty much every position besides quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback's a big question mark, but if you go down the line, they got some experience, definitely some talent at every position. Like
Yep,
you think about on the offense, you think about running back, they got Derek Green coming back,
yep,
Devion Smith will be there, Drake Johnson. I think he's injured in that OSU game, but hopefully he'll be back
yep. And
competing beginning of the year.
he played well at the end of the season there. And
Yeah, and
also
then you got
Ty Isaac.
the USC transfer.
Yeah, I think he's going to be right up there with Derek Green and help me out here, Davion Smith.
Oh, Devion.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and Isaac, he was a big recruit too, I believe, when he
Yeah,
went to
he
UNC.
was a 5-star.
Yeah,
So
so they got two former 5 stars, I think, with
yeah,
him and Derek Green.
yep,
Yeah, and then you look at wide receiver, look at Darbo, he'll be back
yep.
with
Which
Chesson.
yep, and I think Darbo is the lead receiver
Yeah,
of the group, and I think, but I also think he's gonna include the tight end position quite a lot more, right?
yeah, I think so. Like Jake Butt is still there, and he's proven he can be really good.
Yep.
Um,
Also, Bunting, Ian
yeah,
Bunting, right?
yeah, yeah, that's right.
So I guess he put on a lot of weight in the off season. So
Yeah,
he's
so
looking like he's ready to go.
yeah, and then offensive line, they got a bunch of guys too.
Yep. So
So
that'll
bringing
be
back, yeah, it should be exciting. They got most of the guys back. Mason Cole was pretty good last year, left tackle.
yep,
Actually they lost a guy or two. I think Jack Miller, he's not there anymore.
yep. And
Um,
I'm sure Glasgow.
yeah, we're not sure. He might be suspended for a little bit. We're not sure about that yet, though.
Yep, we're not sure if he's gonna come back or, I mean, if what Jim Harbaugh is gonna do, how he's gonna handle it.
Yeah, but all those younger guys are getting older now, like Kalis and
Yep,
Magnuson,
yep.
um, Blake Bars, Kugler, Tuli Tillman, guys like that. So they got a bunch of talent. So I think they could be better, definitely better than they were last year.
I think so too. And a big thing is obviously the offensive line coach.
Yeah,
So
Drevno.
Drevno, he's gonna make a big difference.
Yeah, I
So
hope so. Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
mean he coached for
he's
the
from USC.
49ers and yep,
Yeah, that's right.
and Stanford as
And
well.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
then
go ahead.
yeah, so the offense hopefully should be better last year. I guess a
Yep.
lot depend on how the quarterback develops.
Yeah, definitely. When
And
you look
then
when you look at the defense, we
yeah, the
have
defense was pretty good last year,
yep,
and they keep most of the guys, most of the starters from last year. So hopefully they can take another step.
yeah, yep, definitely. the cornerback position I'm actually very excited about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jabril Peppers.
Oh,
It sounds like he's gonna be really good.
yeah, and unfortunately after last season we only got to see him for 3 games, but just his size and his speed and just what we're hearing from, the spring practice is just so much to look forward to.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be really good, I
He
think.
is. And
And
then
even if you look besides Peppers, like Jordan Lewis, he was really good last year.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he
Definitely.
was he's definitely Michigan's best corner, and he's back.
Yep, he's back and what's it Wayne is it Wayne Lyons from Stanford? The transfer?
Yeah, it sounded like he was going to transfer from Stanford to Michigan. I haven't heard anything recently though about that. So,
Yeah, he is transferring.
but
It's a done
he
deal.
is.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's a done deal.
So
Yep, he's
there's
transferring.
another. Yeah, so there's another piece for the secondary.
Yeah, so that's a fifth year senior
Yeah,
with a lot of talent. So there you go. And so he'll probably play corner along with Lewis, and then I'm sorry, yeah, Peppers will move to safety, and he'll play Wayne Lyons will play corner with Lewis.
yeah, and I think Gerard Wilson will play that other safety.
Yes, depending on the defense that they run.
Yeah,
So, how do you feel about
yeah,
linebackers?
I think it'll be pretty good. They get Desmond Morgan back.
Yeah,
He couldn't play last year; he's injured. But when he played, I really liked him. I thought he was a really good linebacker. And then Bolden should be back. Bolden will be back. James Ross. So they got a lot of experience at linebacker. So I think
yes,
that should be pretty good.
definitely. It's definitely something to look forward to. So it's
Yeah,
good.
and then
Yeah, it's exciting.
they got some piece. They got some pieces on D line too, like Willie Henry.
Yep,
I bet he's gonna be
Taco,
really Taco.
Taco
Yeah,
Charlton,
Chris. Yeah, Chris Wormley.
Wormley. Yep, yep.
Moody will be back.
Yes, and the way he filled in last year for Frank Clark, I think he played for in the Maryland and Ohio State game, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and both of those games he did really well. So that's
yeah, he
that's
did.
so that's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, and even like Brian Monet, he was playing last year as a freshman.
Oh yeah, yep. He's
Yeah.
big too.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he's got a lot of size, and he's gonna be good. So sophomore and with an off season to work. So yeah, a
Yeah.
lot.
So I'm excited about the defense. Like last year, they were pretty good, but when they played some of the really good offenses, they struggled. Like
Yep.
OSU put up a lot of points on them.
Yeah,
But I think they could be pretty good this year.
I think so too. I think so too.
And then
And
the offense, a lot depends on the quarterback, I guess.
a lot does. Also,
But I still,
what's that?
um, but a lot depends on the quarterback. But I also think just having Harbaugh will help a lot because
Oh yeah,
schematically last year it seemed like Hoke was a little clueless.
yeah. There were points where you're just wondering what the heck's going on.
Yeah, and they should have. If the O line gets better, they should have a pretty good run game, so that should help out whatever
Exactly.
quarterback starts.
Exactly.
I'm not sure there's really a clear cut starter at quarterback at all. I'm not sure we really know. We don't really have any idea who's going to start on against Utah, do we?
No, we don't. But from the latest news that I've heard, Alex Malzone is practicing with the starters, at least taking the most reps right now.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
he's very good in high school.
he was.
But it's still a freshman though.
It is still freshman, and I'm pretty surprised by that.
Yeah.
I was definitely thinking Morris.
Yeah, Morris, he played last year. I know it
Hmm.
wasn't great, but he's definitely got some experience.
Yep.
Um, he's got a strong arm, but
Yeah.
it's good to see. It's good to see at least some competition at quarterback.
Right. And you have to think with Harbaugh there, what is he going to do? How is he going to impact the quarterbacks, even the quarterbacks from last year? In Morris, how big of a difference is having a coach like Jim Harbaugh gonna make on the quarterbacks?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I would think that he's gonna make a big difference, and Drevno on the line, maybe that'll give him some time. And the offense was not in sync last year. You know,
No, they
uh,
yeah, it's just absolutely everything was such a struggle.
yes, everything. And
They like
with Morris's start against Minnesota, I mean that was his chance right there, and he just I don't think it wasn't like fair. His line let him down. I mean, how much can you ask
yeah,
from him at that point?
yeah, they seem disjointed sort of all year.
Yep. So maybe
Is
maybe
yeah.
we haven't seen the real Morris yet. You know.
Yeah, and it's only March. It's got plenty. We still got rest of spring practice and fall camp, so everyone can get better.
Exactly. Yep. And actually, while we're on this quarterback talk, have you heard of the news of Jake Rudock?
Yeah, that's right. Quarterback from Iowa.
Yes, quarterback from Iowa. He's a fifth-year senior. He's looking to go attend a different school for his degree. I guess he's going into med school. So
Oh, okay.
luckily, Jim Harbaugh came to Michigan, and Michigan has a good med school. So it's looking like if he's a fifth-year transfer, he's visiting this weekend. Correct? It's this weekend, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's coming to campus, and it's for sure that he's transferring somewhere. So hopefully, if everything goes well, maybe we can scoop him up.
Yeah, that'd be a good pickup.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like he wasn't, no, he wasn't like one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he
Mm-hmm.
was a solid Big Ten quarterback, and
Yeah.
he's a senior with lots of experience. So just having that, in general, because look at the rest of the guys, like Malzone's freshman, they'll have Gentry come in, he's a freshman. Morris is only junior, I believe. So just having that experience, so that should be
Oh yeah.
helpful.
That would be so helpful. That would be awesome. And whoops, I was trying to pull up some stats for you here, but because I was looking at them, and he actually has a pretty impressive track record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he started his last 2 years at Iowa, um, and played in both bowl games, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I mean, either way, a quarterback with experience and who's played in the Big Ten and has proven himself would be huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, it would make a giant difference just getting him, and we'll see what
Yeah,
difference.
it sounds like nothing confirmed, but it sounds like there's a very good chance right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be ideal, and to have the quarterback, I mean, that's our biggest question mark going into the 2015 season. So if we can scoop up him, I mean, you have a fifth-year senior quarterback, and that would make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who starts at Utah. It's weird to have a road game to start the season, isn't it?
yeah, it is very weird,
Like I
and
know they played Alabama 2012, but that was on the road, but it wasn't. It was a neutral
It
site.
was
It
a
was in
new.
Dallas.
Yep,
To have like a true road game, that kind of feels weird.
it does, and it's a night game, I believe, at Utah. So I mean
Yeah,
that's
and Utah was pretty good last year.
they were, and
So that'll definitely be interesting. Because basically see how they do. Because uh, maybe the worst thing about Hoke's tenure was they just struggled so much on the road.
on the road. Yep.
Yeah, they had some big wins at home, but on the road they really, really had some issues. So it'll be interesting to see how they do the
Yeah.
big road test right away.
Exactly. And besides that, his schedule next year looks pretty favorable. So if Harbaugh can get that win, get a close win away on the road, he has a whole season ahead of him right there with a good home schedule and some momentum right off the gate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll talk about the upcoming season, some of the next few podcasts, hopefully. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely the Utah game will be important.
yeah, yep. That's definitely sets the tone. So that'll be a fun one to watch, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Michigan spring game, early April, I believe. You coming down for that one, Brian?
I am coming down, and I am very
Very good.
excited.
Very good.
Yep, it'll be
Should be. I
fun.
bet. I bet we'll get a good crowd for that one.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? And if you were to guess, what do you think?
Um, I bet. Well, we'll see, but a lot of it depends on the weather during the spring.
Eh,
But I think
Definitely.
I bet we could. I bet 40 or 50,000 at least would show up. Don't you think?
I agree. Yeah, I
Just to see
think.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, yep. Just see Harbaugh. I mean, if it's a nice day, I can see upwards to 60,000, which would be incredible. Also, there's talk that they're actually going to play a real game. They're an actual scrimmage, not just a practice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, that would make a difference. Because I know Hulk, he kind of just ran a practice,
Yeah.
and that was people didn't really like that much. So um, to go back to a scrimmage would be pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's hope the weather's good and maybe we'll get a tailgate going. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Yes, that should be fun.
Good, good. Another thing with a big change is the special teams. Our new special teams coach.
That's right, with special teams.
Yep, from San Diego, I believe. San Diego State.
It's Baxter. We'll have to
Yes,
check that out.
yeah,
But
I
yeah,
believe.
he's um supposedly very good special teams coach, and that
Yep,
was definitely that was definitely an issue under Hoke.
yep. It might have been Fresno State, but either way, I know he had the most blocked punts, like multiple or not punts, kicks, field goals. So
Yeah.
like back to back seasons. So that's something to look forward to. The last time we've seen a good special teams was you know who returning the ball,
Oh yeah.
Stevie Breslin.
But yeah, last. Oh yeah, Preston. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was going
last
for.
year. Oh yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite players. But yeah, special teams last year was such a headache.
Oh yeah, and
I
then
mean, the
Norfleet
Utah was
finally.
it the Utah game? They couldn't even get 11 players on the field.
Yeah, yep. And
So hopefully, just issues like that get cleaned up.
yep, that game we had a punt return on us. I remember that. And then the one Norfleet returned a punt against Maryland to take the lead. I think and then there was just a
Oh
stupid
yeah,
block in the back or something that called his one return back that he finally got.
yeah,
So it was just like it was a nightmare. And really,
Yeah, hopefully.
it has been since honestly Steve Bresson. The only other kick return that I can remember was against Notre Dame.
Yeah, Daryl
Do you remember?
Stoneham.
Yes, Daryl Stoneham. Besides that, I mean, not I
Yes.
can't remember much.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Peppers, not only in secondary, but returning kicks make a
Yeah,
difference there too.
yeah, a little bit of Charles Woodson action there,
Oh, we'll see.
huh?
I don't want to
He,
put too much pressure on.
no, not too much, but hey, that's what Charlie did.
That's true.
Oh, that's funny. No, but yeah, I mean, it's just all around. It's a lot to look forward to. The staff he put together is just it's an all-star staff.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody, every
Yeah,
position. So I mean, it's with that there's good things to come.
absolutely. Let's see. It's March. I'm already ready for September. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah. No, let's skip summer, which sounds terrible to say, but no, I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Other than playing golf, I'm willing to give up golf to support the watch of football.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. That's funny. So hockey today.
Hockey, they won.
Yeah, we're gonna cover hockey for a second here. It's the Big Ten tournament right now, and
Yes.
Michigan lost, which I attended the game last weekend against Michigan State. I think Michigan shot Michigan State. It was like 39 to like 20, something ridiculous. Lost 2-1. Um, so I mean that was pretty disappointing. A 2-1 loss with the shots um, so differentiated.
Yeah.
That was disappointing to lose that. So unfortunately, they dropped to what are the 3 seed. So they had to play today. There's 3 games played in the tournament. So they played Wisconsin today and won 5-1, right?
Yes. Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not good at all this year, but still, it's good to win.
It is. It is. I mean,
Um, I will play Michigan State tomorrow. Is that right?
yes. Yep. So we get that rematch. And if they handle State, we'll most likely play Minnesota, correct? Because I think Minnesota plays Ohio State.
Brian, I think our connection died.
It did. It did.
Oh man.
That's all right. Hey, well, we're back on with the Bleed Maize and Blue podcast featuring Brian and the U.
Yes. So we apologize for technical difficulties.
Yep. Hey, this is
Um,
episode 1, right, Matt?
yeah, episode 1. We gotta work out the kinks anyways.
Oh yeah, this is new to us.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
We're talking about hockey though, right?
Yeah. I was just saying,
So they beat Wisconsin and they're playing State tomorrow.
yes, yep. And if they beat Michigan State tomorrow, then most likely they will play Minnesota because Minnesota plays Ohio State. But hockey is a funny game, and you never know what can happen. So it'll be either Minnesota or Ohio State in the championship if they beat Michigan State tomorrow.
Okay. And then they sort of had a mixed bag against MSU this year. They played MSU a lot of times.
They did.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. I think they played in Chicago, actually outdoors, which that was interesting. They got the
Yeah,
win there, but
they played at Joe Louis earlier too, I think.
yep. And I think they beat us
Uh,
there. We won in Chicago. So, like you said, it was back and forth.
but yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see how they do.
Yeah, and if this is actually their last shot here, so if it's win or die, if they don't win this in this tournament, then the season is over. So big tournament here. Big couple of
Yeah,
wins.
yeah, definitely. Need to win both of them.
Yep, and you know what? The way they've been playing, and the way our offense is, if our goalie can just step it up for the next couple of games, I think that's very possible.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely got a shot.
Yep. All right, Matthew. So anything else?
I think we got everything.
You think so?
Well, think so.
I think so too.
I guess we'll have our next podcast after the spring game. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. So
We'll talk about the spring game.
yep.
We'll talk about
You know how the
uh,
game went, the positions
yeah, the game went.
that
Some
looked like they were.
positions, players that did well,
Yep.
and then
Keep
we'll
you
see
up.
what else.
Yeah. I mean, we'll keep you updated on the recruiting, obviously, football recruiting and basketball with that Jalen Brown coming to visit and Wagner and all that. So
Yeah,
there's a lot to look forward to in the next few months here. So we'll get to see Jim Harbaugh in action April 4th, and hopefully it'll be a nice sunny day.
yeah. Hopefully.
All right, Matthew. Well,
All
go
right,
blue.
Brian. Go Blue. Good first podcast. I'll talk
Yep.
to you later.
All right, Matthew. We'll see you.
See ya.